Hi again and welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you right from the start how easy it is for me to set up and be ready to start trading using the very simple strategy that we use. If you'd like to find out more about what we do at the Price Action Traders Institute, I'll put some links down in the description. Have a look at those, click on, you can come through to my website, you'll find out which broker I use with the very tight stops that I get. And you can find out more about the Price Action Traders Institute and maybe come and join us. Okay, let's get straight over to the charts and see what's going on. Okay, so here we go. I've just sat down at the charts. Time is 6:38 AM in London. So we've got a bit of time before the London Open occurs. Sitting down now, and like I say, I've just opened my charts up and I want to show you exactly how quickly I can go through these pairs. I've not looked at these charts at all. Not interested in anything to do with trading over the weekend, Monday morning, and I'm just going to sit down now and I'll show you exactly from start to finish how long it takes me to do my trade plan, know exactly what I'm going to do, what I'm going to be looking for to get positioned, and work out the way that I'm going to trade going into the London session today. So, clean journal, all I've marked on there is the date, session I'm trading, and that's it. And I've got all of my pairs that I trade listed out. So here at the Price Action Traders Institute, we ask ourselves three very simple questions, and that is how we build our trade plan. Those three questions are: what did price do overnight? Where is price now? And what do we need to see this price do to be able to get positioned? And it's that simple. Let's start this trade plan, and looking at the Euro US dollar, I can see with this price action, nothing for me to do on that right now. Euro Japanese yen, nothing on that. Pound US dollar, I've got a pending order on that. Very different price action, you can see moving to the downside, and I've got a pending order ready to take this short if it hits that pending order. Pound Japanese yen, nothing to do there. Australian dollar US dollar, no go on that. Australian dollar Japanese yen, not interested in that at the moment. US dollar Japanese yen, nothing there. US dollar Canadian dollar, okay, that's different price action on that, and I'm going to be setting a pending order in a moment. Canadian dollar Japanese yen, no good, and New Zealand dollar US dollar, not interested in that. I'll be monitoring all those pairs, and that is it. Probably about 45 seconds, maximum a minute there, and I'm talking to you in between making those decisions and what I'm doing. Usually that trade plan I can have done in 30 seconds, and I can promise you I've not looked at the charts previous to that moment when I started. And like I say, I've done no analysis over the weekend since I shut my charts down on Thursday afternoon. It's Thursday morning London time. I've not looked at the charts, not looked at anything to do with trading at all. And this is the joy of the way we trade at the Price Action Traders Institute, is that you can trade and you can concentrate for a little while, a little moment in time, and then shut your charts down when you're finished. You've got no open positions to worry about throughout the night. No open positions of a weekend, and the markets can just do whatever they want during that period. We don't care. Our money's safe back with our broker. So yeah, that's it. Right, so let's get back to these pairs and let's see if there's anything I can do at the moment. Nothing going on there. Seeing a bit of a pullback there, and like I say, I'm looking for this now to hit that pending order where I'll take that short. Okay, so other than that, pound US dollar, not interested in anything else right now. So I'm just going to be monitoring, flicking through the charts, and like I say, it is early, so we'll see what happens, see if these markets start to wake up. And all I'm looking for is simply where money's moving. I'm just trying to work out and see if I can get any kind of indication as to where the big boys might be moving the money. So in this chart, seeing if the New Zealand dollar is getting anything going into it or coming out of it, or of course the US dollar, either way, long or short. So that's all I'm doing now, is flicking through the charts and seeing if I can pick up on anything that will make me sit up and pay attention, and then if the criteria, the entry criteria is hit, I'll take it. Okay, if you want details about what we do at the Price Action Traders Institute and want to learn more about this simple strategy that we use, take a look down in the description. You'll find links down there that will link you into my website, and then from there you can find out a bit about me if you want, or you can just link straight into the broker that I use, or straight over to the Price Action Traders Institute, find out what Kim's done, how she did it, and how you can get involved. Right, I'm going to pause this video for now, and I'll be sitting here flicking through these charts and just seeing if there's any opportunities for me to get positioned. Right, I'll be back soon. Pause for now. I'll be back with you in a little while. Back with you again just to show you what I do. Once I've done that initial read, I put that one pending order in place, and then, like I say, flicking through the charts, there's not really a great deal for me to do until I see certain levels reached. And so I'll go through these charts again just to show you exactly what I've done since I made that initial read. So Euro US dollar, still nothing to do on that. Euro Japanese yen, just a case of glancing at that. Pending orders in place on the pound US dollar, looking for that to pull back into that pending order. Pound Japanese yen, just by glancing at this, it's so obvious what I need to do with the strategy that we use. This one, a little bit more, I won't say difficult or tricky, but looking at this price action, as I'm flicking through the charts, if things start to move, I could easily get confused. So that's why I use these little price labels. You see this price label down here at 88. I can't do anything with this. And again, using Kim's simple strategy, measuring where this price is now, there's nothing I can do until price reaches this 88 level. If it reaches that level there, then I'll be sitting up and paying attention to it. But unless it does, or unless it makes a big pullback, there's absolutely nothing for me to do. So using these little price labels, I can flick through the charts very quickly, and I can see instantly. Can't touch this until price comes down to this level here, or this price makes a pullback and comes back higher, much higher than where it is at the moment. So Australian dollar, US dollar, that little price label's in place, just giving me a little indication as to what I need to see before I can get involved. Australian dollar, Japanese yen is very obvious. There's nothing for me to do on that at all. Don't need any price labels, nor with this US dollar, Japanese yen. Just so obvious that I can't do anything with that until we see the criteria hit, which is so simple, it really is. US dollar, Canadian dollar. This one I've got a pending order in place, looking for a pullback into that pending order. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, obviously nothing for me to do on that. And New Zealand dollar, US dollar, I've put a pending order in there. So I've got 3 pending orders in place at the moment. I'll pause the video and I'll be back with you just to let you know if this price action picks up a little bit. Because, you know, there's absolutely nothing we can do while price is just hovering around, sitting there doing nothing. We actually need moves. And that's something else as well that I'll say. You know, with this pending order, if my pending order's hit, there's no guaranteeing if I get in this short that it's going to do this. Absolutely no guarantees at all. No one knows what this price is going to do. We're working with a probability of this price continuing this downside move. And if anyone tells you that bouncing off of that level there and it's going to do this, without doubt, pay no attention to them. No one knows. It's a game of probabilities, this trading. So we could see throughout this London session, I might get pulled into this on this pending order, and we might just see price doing this, in which case I can't make any money from that. Or of course we might see price pull back into my pending order, get me in short, and then continue to do this. This is my stop loss, 10 pips on this, and it might just continue this throughout the session. Nothing for me to do with that. And again, there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to accept that that's what the markets are doing, and I'll take a 10 pip loss on that. Okay, so I'll leave it there for now. Nothing to do right now until we see this price action pick up a bit. I'll pause the video and I'll come back in a little while just to see if anything's going on. Let you know if I manage to get any positions. Absolutely flat the market at the moment though, and just browsing through these charts. Hi, back with you. It's, what's the time now? 4 minutes past 7 London time. And starting to see the markets move a little bit with the US dollar. Looks like we might be seeing some US dollar strength coming into play. Nothing major or nothing significant at the moment. But just flicking through these pairs and seeing what's going on across the board. And that's what it looks like at the moment. So I've taken 2 positions on. In on the Euro US dollar here, I've taken it short as it came through one of our entry points. And I've taken this short at 77. Looking at this price now to continue this move down. and I'm going to be setting my take profit down there at the 50 initially. So I'll pull that into place right now. Just put that take profit down there. I've got my 8 pip stop loss in here. You can see 8 pip stop loss we use on the Euro US dollar. So that's in place. That's where the order's been taken, and take profits in place. Euro Japanese yen, let's flick through all these pairs. Okay, so we've got another entry point on here. Looks like we're also seeing some weakness in the pound coming in. So the ideal pair to being is this pound US dollar. I took this short as it hit my pending order, and that was at 28 as price pulled back into this pending this area here. You see that spiked up and it started to shoot down. Already come through that 20 level, push through this. But initially I'm going to be setting my take profit down at the 0.0 level. So let me just bring this over and down. Okay, take profits in place down at 0.0. 10 pip stop loss in place. So all I can do now is sit back and watch this, monitor these two pairs that I've got, and see if anything happens. Let's flick through the charts while we've got the video running. So yeah, it looks like that pound weakness is in play. Australian dollar, US dollar, and a lovely move to the downside. So we could be seeing, yeah, we're seeing weakness in the Aussie dollar by the looks of it. And I'm saying that, I'm going to have another read of this. Okay, first of all, let's have a look at the US dollars. All of them. So we're obviously seeing strength across the board. Maybe not. Okay, we're seeing strength in the US dollar, I'm thinking. Oh, didn't catch that one. Pending order's been hit on that. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So seeing price push through this level here, that was at 63. As price came through there. And looking for this to move down now. Let me just I'll put my take profit in place way down here at the moment, down at the 20 level. It's key levels that we're looking at for the take profit. So let's flick through these pairs again. So US dollar, we're saying it's looking like US dollar strength is in play. Apart from this, so it's telling me that Japanese yen strength is also pushing through. Yep, Japanese yen strength we're seeing there and there. And there. In fact, I'm going to, let's just take that. That's hit an entry point, and I've taken that short. So Australian dollar, Japanese yen, just as it's breaking that 50 level there, I've taken this short, and let me put my stop loss in place first of all. Stop loss goes in at 12 on this. Okay, 12 pip stop loss, and I may as well pull my take profit in just in case it makes a big sharp move down. So I'm putting my take profit on this down at that 20 level. We've still got 5 minutes and 15 seconds left on this active candle. So I'll be monitoring these positions that I've got, because there's certain criteria. If it's not met, then we need to punch out of these. But I'll keep monitoring these and seeing how it's going. So definitely looks like we're seeing Japanese yen strength. US dollar strength, not quite so significant, but it's there, without a doubt. And pound weakness by the looks of it. Okay, so 3 positions being held at the moment. Euro US dollar, pound US dollar, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, and New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So all I can do now is sit tight, keep flicking through these charts, monitoring these pairs, and if they start shifting, I'll show you how I start managing them. Okay, I'll pause the video for now, and I'll be back with you in a little while. Okay, back with you again. Price didn't move. This Australian dollar, Japanese yen, I had to punch out of this, losing 3 pips, as price just didn't meet the criteria that we needed to be able to stick with it. So I took this at, what was it, 50, and punched out of it, losing 3 pips. Not a big deal. So I'm not really interested in this again at the moment. Price would have to move down quite significantly for me to get back in this. So I'll just be leaving that one on the sidelines for now. Euro US dollar, still holding on to this, looking for that move to the downside. Pound US dollar, starting to move down again after this bounced back off of that 20 level. It's starting to move back down again, so I'm still holding that. My take profit's down at 0.0. Nothing on the pound Japanese yen, nothing to do on the Aussie dollar, US dollar. It's the one I punched out of. Nothing there. Okay, still looking for this to pull back into my pending order, but not right now. Nothing on this at the moment, so I'm just sitting on the sidelines with that, leaving my pending order where it is. Pending order in place on the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Still holding that. And my take profit is way down here at 20. Depends on how this price moves throughout the session and what the time is. I might pull that up a little bit to possibly take a 2-to-1 if this price moves down. So giving me 20 pip profit, risking 10 pips. So right now I'm going to leave that where it is. It's still pretty early. It's 19 minutes past 7 in the morning in London. So that's it. Just holding 3 positions now. Currently down 3 pips. And nothing for me to do right now. Just monitor these pairs and see how they run. Okay, I'll be back with you in a little while. I'm going to pause the video for now. Okay, back with you again. And one more position taken. If I can get this pen up. So this candle here, last candle, it pulled back, hit my pending order. And now we've seen this price start to take off. So it's... in at what time? Sorry, what price was that? That was 97 I caught this at. Price has come back up through this 0.0 level. And I shall put my take profit. Got my stop loss in place, 10 pips. And I'm going to put my take profit up here at the 2.0 level. Initially, okay. So let's quickly flick through and see if there's any change with anything else. That's moving down all right. A little bit of a pullback going on at the moment. Nothing to worry about there right now. Well, it's nothing to worry about, full stop. If it goes against me and hits my stop loss, the risk management deals with any losses. So we just let this play out. Nothing going on there. Okay, lovely move to the downside on this pound US dollar. Bounced off of that 20 level, which we see quite often, where price will bounce off of these key levels, but we don't really work with support and resistance like some methods do. So it's bounced off of there, it's come back up, and it's moved up to where I've got in on this. Not a problem at the moment because my take profit is way up here. Nothing to do there. Nothing on that. Nothing on there. Okay, US dollar, Canadian dollar. That's the one that I just caught. And pending order in place on that Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, just in case we see that strength in the Canadian dollar continuing. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar. That's okay at the moment. It's just sitting below where I got in on that, got in short. Okay, right, I'll pause the video for now and I'll be back with you in a little while, give you an update and let you know how this plays out. Okay, back with you, just showing you this Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Last candle, it actually came through one of my entry points. I took this short. Where was that? I haven't got the level here. I need to update my journal. But anyway, it didn't do what I needed it to do, so I had to punch out of this when the new candle opened, losing 2 pips. So I'm currently down 5 pips and still holding those other positions. So let's flick through. Euro US dollar, okay. Pound US dollar starting to pull back down again, which is quite nice. Nothing going on here. Let's have a look. US dollar, Canadian dollar, moving beautifully. And it was partly because of this move. All right, US dollar strength. But I was thinking that we're seeing Canadian dollar weakness as well, which is why, and also we were seeing earlier on Japanese yen strength. Why I took this position didn't quite work out in that moment, but nothing I can do about that. And I'll keep monitoring this because I like the fact that the Canadian dollar is moving up here, showing weakness against that US dollar. Could drive this down, but also that Japanese yen strength could kick back in again, making this a good position. So I'll be looking at a re-entry on this, possibly, if it moves down. And New Zealand dollar, US dollar still showing profit. So that's where we are. I'll be back soon. I'll pause for now and give you an update in a little while. Back with you again. We've got a new candle opened and I just needed to show you this New Zealand dollar, US dollar trade that I took. I actually punched out of this. Again, it didn't move down far enough. It didn't hold out of an area I needed it to, and so I just punched out of it, and I got out of that at break even. So I was a little bit late actually punching out, but it did me a bit of a favour. I punched out of that at break even. So flick through these pairs. Let's have a look. Euro US dollar, still okay with that at the moment. Seeing a bit of a pullback or a stop run going on there. Nothing on there. Pound US dollar. This has been so dangerously close to hitting my stop. You can see on this last candle here, that spike, it looks like it hit that stop loss, but because we're working with such small spreads, the broker that I use, they offer really good low spreads, and it's that saved me. If I was with another broker, there's a very good chance I would have taken a full stop on that, but it came very close, didn't quite hit it. Still in the danger zone. No, it looks like this price might just pull up and hit my full stop anyway. But we'll just let that ride and see how it goes. Nothing there. Nothing going on there. We've seen some nice moves, but now it's all pulling back. US dollar, Canadian dollar, you can see got a lovely move to the upside here. Now we've seen a couple of candles pulling back, and it's come through that 0-0, getting very close to my entry point. So looking for this to turn round and come back up again. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, no, and that New Zealand dollar, US dollar, as I say, it just didn't close outside of an area that I needed it to, so I punched out. So I'm still only down 5 pips, and I'm still holding the Euro US dollar. Let's flick through. Still holding Euro US dollar, Pound US dollar, just about. What else was it? US dollar, Canadian dollar, and that's it. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back with you in a little while. Okay, I've just taken another full stop. Time now is 8:49 London time, and seemed like just as we were coming into the London session, everything or most things turned. So you can see this initial move to the downside that we had on this. We're looking good, and since then it's just pulled back up. So no follow through with the position I had short on this. Took a full stop for 8 pips on this. Carrying on through. Euro, Japanese yen, didn't take a position on that. Pound US dollar, this was looking beautiful. Best move throughout the Asian session. Nice steady downside move. And I got in this short, as you know, and this one, again, just reverse back, stopping me out for 10 pips. It's just sort of like hanging around at the moment. There's no clear indication as to where the money might be moving right now. It could come back down again, back up. We just don't know. It could go sideways. So anyway, I took a full stop on that. That was 10 pips. Nothing on the pound Japanese yen. Australian dollar, US dollar. Nothing on that. Australian dollar, Japanese yen. That was that little 3 pip loss that I did. I took the first position that I punched out of and lost a little bit on that. UJ, nothing on that. US dollar, Canadian dollar, the one position I'm still holding. So we've had this beautiful move to the upside here. That's pulled back, come back through that 0-0. Now it's just bouncing off the lower side of that. Looking for this to push back through the entry point where I got in here. Up through this 0-0 level. And I've got my take profit up at that 20 level there. And I'm just going to let this ride out. If it hits that, great. If it doesn't, I'll lock in. What I'll do, I'll wait for this to move up. If it moves up, maybe 10 pips, and I'll lock in break even. If it comes back and hits my full stop, well, that's okay. Risk management allows me to do that, and I'll just take a loss on it. But that's where I am right now with that, and that's the only position that I'm still holding. Nothing on the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. This was another one I took, and I got break even on this. Actually punched out of it at break even, so didn't gain anything, didn't lose anything. And that's where we are. So I'm just going to leave that one position running. I won't, unless I see something significant, and if I catch something significant. I've got a few things to do around the house. I've got builders out in the garden putting up an outbuilding for us. So I'm going to be in and out of the house. If I catch anything that's significant and obvious, then I'll take maybe a few more positions, 2, maybe 3 positions. But if I don't, if it just stays like this now, I won't be taking anything else. And I'll just see how that one remaining position plays out. See if I can win some of my pips back on that US dollar, Canadian dollar. Not every day is a winning day, and that's something that most people can't accept. That's why most people lose their money. They can't accept that what they've done is wrong, even though it's not. If they stick with the rules, you're not doing anything that's wrong. It's just the market's going against you. So, you know, like I say, this is where people just can't accept the fact they're going to be losing money for a day. And but the way we trade, we work with very, very tight risk, and it's really not a problem. It's really not a big deal. Okay, I'll pause the video for now, and I'll come back and let you know how this one plays out, or if I manage to take any other positions. Like I say, if I see any significant moves, I might do. Okay, I'll pause for now, and I'll be back soon. And there goes the US dollar, Canadian dollar. So that was the last pair that I was holding, and not willing to take any more positions today. Markets have just spun round and just drifted back down or up in the opposite direction to what it started out. So let's get straight over to the result sheet, and I'll show you exactly what the numbers are. And here we are with the final results. You can see New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I got a break even on that, and the rest of these positions were losers. Punched out of 2 trades there, and I took full stops on the pound US dollar, euro US dollar, and the US dollar CAD, leaving me down 30 pips, and that's minus 1.9% off of my capital. Now, working with these small stops, it's only a very small amount. It's so easy to pull this back, and that risk management is absolutely essential, absolutely essential. And we can't win every day. There is absolutely no way that you'll win as a trader every day, and we just have to accept days like this. It just wasn't any real good price action. Started out good, but then it eased off, reversed, and that was it. Just didn't work out. And that's the way it is some days. So nothing for me to do today other than walk away with that small loss. I'll get it back another day, no problem at all. Please remember to hit subscribe, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll get a message anytime that any of the new videos come out. Like I say, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.